Hey, welcome to Arm Wraps. My name is Ray Miller. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install a mini fridge wrap, the doors and the body. So the first thing you want to do is you want to clean it really good with rubbing alcohol and water, a lint-free rag, or what right now I'm using is an invisible glass cleaner. That stuff works really great. So I highly recommend it. You can get it anywhere you want, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. Even Albertsons I think carries it, grocery store. So I clean all the oils and grime and dirt off right before we install it and everything. Every order is custom sized to fit. So if you order a mini fridge, just give us the measurements, like the doors, height and width of the doors. So what we see right here is we put markers on the prints. And those actually come off. Those blue tabs come off. I just want to point it to you guys to show it's really easy. And also right back there is called tacking on strips. So what I normally do is I bring it down that far, about 5-6 inches, pinch it, and then what you call right now is dry installing it, so I can move it around without worrying about sticking it to there. Now I'm filling it with my fingers where the edges are at, and then once I know I'm happy with it, I use my thumb, tack on the area right there, let it drape down, as you can see. I'm just double checking everything, make sure it loops around, left, right, up and down, make sure it covers all the way around. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the backing all the way down and just let it relax. Let it fly down. There we go. And now it's tacked on. Take your squeegee that you're going to get in hand. That's the way you make it in house. You follow these arrows. That's the reason why you put these arrows on there. And you just kind of go left to right, up and down. Let's go on the other side of the door wrap. And I'm not pushing really hard. I'm just pushing enough just to put the vinyl down. You shouldn't get any air bubbles. If you do get any air bubbles, it's not a big deal. You just push your thumb in or poke it with a knife. So right now I'm actually shoving the vinyl into that little groove area where the handles are at. Also down below too. Using my fingernail on that one. So what you see right there is right where the vinyl starts curling in, or curling to the other side. I'm doing that just to make the vinyl relax, so you're not fighting it when you go around the edges. I'll do it on both sides. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get to the sides. Okay, so right now I'm just using my thumb, and the vinyl just kind of relaxes and goes onto the side of the door. Taking my fingernail, kind of shoving it in that little groove right there, right before I cut. So I'm gonna take my knife and walk in where that groove is at. Taking my time, making sure the vinyl is down. And with every order, you get a free squeegee and a knife. Here's a little close-up view of doing the corner, their edges. Now going down below where the edge lip is at. Sometimes people actually wrap those little edges. I personally like not wrapping the edges. I mean, I can wrap them. It's a little more challenging, but to me it's a little more cleaner look down below if it's not wrapped. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the vinyl underneath the sill. So what I like to do is do the right side of the door. I gotta shove it in as far as I can, and then I open the door up, and it's a little easier when you have the door open to get behind the sill. So on the other side, like I'm showing you, you can actually, a lot of times what I do is I just remove the sill all the way and do it that way, but this one right here, I just kind of lift up the sill, put the vinyl behind the sill, And see a little extra right there? I'm just going to take my knife, I'm going to cut it, and then remove it. So the vinyl still under the seal looks nice and clean. And now I'm going to do the other side, same thing. It's going to remove the seal. On this one I'm going to remove it, just to show you two different ways to do it. Sometimes it's actually easier doing that way. You don't have to worry about cutting the seal. And then you just kind of push the seal back into the groove, and then the door is all done. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the body. So you just remove the cap, and usually there's like 3 screws, sometimes there's 4 screws on top. You take the door off. It's so much easier wrapping the unit with the door off, and you place it in a nice clean area. Now with all the vinyl prints we do for the bodies, we always add the markers where the corners are at, here, there, and down below. And we did that, we put those markers just to show people where they are at. Sometimes it's a little hard because there's little dots. The next thing we do is we cut the backing for you. It's called tacking on strip. So we remove that right there. We're going to call dry install, so we can actually still move it around. Right there, I'm actually filling the corners, and I want to go on the other side to show you a little bit better view. But I feel on my thumbs, I'm feeling where the edges of the corners are at. So once I know where they're at, I try to push down softly and kind of walk it that way. Tack it on, so I'm tacking that little middle part, so it's a good tacking on strip. Now I'm just double checking everything, make sure it loops all the way down, loops around the sides, the back, the front. Going on the other side, checking everything, make sure everything is nice and level right before you do the installing job. Just do a little cleanup right now, just cleaning all those little tags up, so when you're squeegeeing, it's not getting in the way. Okay, so now I'm going to get the squeegee. We make these in house. You just follow these arrows. Okay, I pull the vinyl back most of the way, so it goes all the way to the edge of the mini fridge. And then take a squeegee, and now I kind of lift it up, and I take my thumb, because it's a nice soft edge, your thumb is, and then you kind of start and go about an inch or 2 down, and then you take your squeegee, and you start squeegeeing the sides now. And I'm not pushing really hard, I'm pushing enough just to put it on there. Again on the other side. And I'm stretching a little bit so it's nice and taut and evenly. And you know there's not going to be air bubbles. Again, I just take my thumb and I put my thumb about 2-3 inches, start it, and then start doing that. Make sure you go all the way down. I really like this print, it really makes it realistic. Now I do the corners, I go straight forward or 45-degree angle cut, as you can see. Cut the bottom next. So the vinyl will go around the front and also around the back. Now I wrap the side or the front. I use my fingernail to go in the little grooves. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. Use my fingernail and get that in there. So the little grooves are right there, and then I use my knife, get the excess off. Sometimes I keep those little scraps, and I use those little scraps for the bottom of the front. There we go. Now, before you install it, the door, take your knife and get those holes out, because if you don't cut those little holes out, and when you put the screws in, sometimes they get jammed or stuck or stuff like that. So it's just cleaner just to dig those little holes out with your knife. Put the screws in, hand tight it in there first, and then just use your screw gun or Phillips. So if you got any comments, or comment down below. And also, you can always call me. My name is Randy Miller, 208-696-1180. Email us at info@rmwraps.com. And remember, every order is custom sized to fit any subject on your subject. So it could be mini fridge, door wrap, refrigerator, any kind of unit. So we just need the measurements, and we can take care of the rest. So check out more stuff on the rmwraps.com website, and hopefully enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video.